It was definitely a daunting investigation.
When the search for Susan Powell went cold, police had exhausted all leads. Their main suspect was dead. Their man, investigators believed likely helped him, was dead. The only person that they thought had any other knowledge in it was not cooperating with them.
Yeah, on the outside, many felt like West Valley police had failed, but did they? Dave Colley reports.
They never went from good cop to, okay, we're done with your lies. We have this on you, and we're going to arrest you now. They never went to that point. They never put any pressure on him whatsoever.
There was a lot of work going on by a lot of people, not known to the public, which is the way it should be done.
20,000. That's how many emails were exchanged in relation to this case. Police spoke to more than 800 people. They followed up on more than 800 tips and leads. They searched and cleared more than 400 abandoned mines in Utah's West Desert. They collected 361 pieces of evidence. They drafted 51 search warrants and issued 39 subpoenas.
I didn't sleep much for a year, months. I mean, we worked our hearts out.
But to the public and to Susan's family, there was really just a single number that mattered. One arrest that almost everybody believed should have been made immediately.
I would have with the life insurance, with the note in the safe deposit box, with the blood at the house, with the concocted story. I mean, there were so many things.
Had he been in jail earlier, the boys would not have been with him.
Of course, this case wasn't that simple.
You have to have certain things in order to have a successful prosecution. And in this particular case, we didn't have those. We didn't have an eyewitness. We didn't have a confession. We didn't have a body. We didn't have any physical evidence.
Police kept looking, kept searching, and sometimes kept waiting.
You can arrest somebody, but if you're not going to be able to file charges, they're going to go. So on a general point of strategy, sometimes, until you got it all baked, you don't want to, right? Because now you've at least tipped off that person that, you might be our subject. If you don't ring that bell up front, you let things kind of go out, then people sometimes share information that they may regret later. And if they're out and they're doing that, that gives us, as investigators and law enforcement agencies, an ability to try to get information that is not otherwise available at the time and may not have even been created yet. So you let a little bit of time go, and then you keep following up. Strategic decisions like that are made all the time, and that's what was made here. It's police work, the real-life police work.
Detectives were determined to investigate every possible piece of evidence, all in an effort to find something, just one thing, that would point them towards Susan. But they never found it.
There was plenty of circumstantial evidence. However, if you're going to go into a courtroom and pursue charges against somebody on circumstantial evidence, you have to make sure that there is nothing else that a defense attorney can attack in that case. Otherwise, that ounce of reasonable doubt, that ounce of doubt that the jury's going to pick up from that defense attorney, your bad guy's off. You cannot go after him again.
For retired detective Ellis Maxwell, Josh Powell will always be the suspect he never got to arrest. Susan Powell, the victim he never got to find. Her case, the one he never got to solve.
It'll never go away. Obviously, we're our own biggest critique. I look and I'm like, maybe I should have pressed him a little bit harder here, or pressed him on this or that. But knowing what I know now, I don't think it would have made a bit of difference. This guy was a sociopath, and he wasn't going to say anything. I investigated this for 3 years. You've basically investigated this case over. What could have we done different? What could the West Valley City Police Department do differently? Was there anything that you came across or read or viewed or got information from somebody else that was like, oof, this could have been a game turner?
Now, Detective Maxwell turned the tables on Dave at the end there. In the series finale of the podcast, Dave shares his beliefs, his theories, and ideas on what he believes happened to Susan Powell. Episode 18 of Cold is available now wherever you get your podcast.